Anything different about Purdue, or is it pretty much the same as what you saw whenever that was a month ago?
You know, nothing's changed in terms of how they play.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to really defend, and they got a lot of different guys that are dangerous. You know, they have changed our starting lineup a few times in the last few games. It almost doesn't matter because all those guys are going to play anyway.
3-point shooting seems like it's huge with Purdue and huge pretty much in all these games.
Yeah, you know, I think, I said it before, you know, you hear a score and you're like, oh, you know, it was a little different than I thought. And you look at the box score, one team made 12 threes, the other team made 4. It's like, well, there it is. You can almost do that every game, I think. But the thing about them is, you know, they've had some games where they haven't made them. You know, we all know, you can look at the box score and see that. But they've got a lot of different guys that can make them. And you've got to guard them all, you know, on the perimeter. So it makes them hard to guard, especially when you've got, you know, the scorers inside that they have. You know, Williams is tremendous. Arms is, you know, he's so good around the basket. He dunks everything. And then Boudreau is playing extremely well. He can score, but he also is a terrific offensive rebounder.
It seems like every team, including yours, shoots threes much better at home than on the road for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, I think that stands to reason. I mean, it's the home floor. You're comfortable. The fans are behind you. You know, I'm sure if you did a study, an analytical study, it's probably true everywhere.
Sitting away from the court, away from the team, I always wonder on senior night if senior night is just one more thing the home team's got to deal with in terms of sending seniors out the right way and ceremonies and so forth. Is it at all?
You know, it's become one of those things that everybody does. I think it's a good thing to honor them with their families. It can be a distraction. I've seen unbelievable emotion that is not typical, you know, before a game. So, you know, I always prefer to honor our guys appropriately at the banquet when you can step back and do it properly with the families there. You know, we'll do it, you know, tomorrow night. But, you know, it's typically not something that I like to focus on, to be frank. I just want to focus on the game. And I think if you were to ask the guys, that's what they would prefer to focus on. You know, that said, you've got some pretty special people that we're going to honor, and they need to be honored appropriately. So we'll do that, and then we'll lock into the game plan.
What has Ryan Creener given your program in his 4 years here?
A character guy that's an incredibly hard worker, who's very talented, kept getting better, really effective on a consistent basis in terms of skill, toughness, intelligence, great in the locker room, great leader, great representative of the program off the court, and a guy that will be really missed when you look at his collective body of work.
It's fair to say he plays with a lot of confidence because it sure seems
Always
like
has.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's so true. But I mean, even when he was a freshman, you'd put him in and he would just go after it. You know, he might make some mistakes, he might miss some shots, but you know, he wasn't nervous. He was aggressive, had an aggressive mindset at both ends of the floor. And those guys are incredibly valuable, obviously.
You pretty much did in the previous statement, but can you quantify what he's meant in terms of the progress that the program's made in the last 2 years?
Well, he definitely has had a tremendous impact in the last 2 years. You know, we always go back to that sophomore year where I think he was really on the verge. And then he had the 2 concussions, which obviously would set anybody back. But I mean, when we played Penn State here that year, he was on his way to having one of the best games of the year. And that's when he got his first injury. And then he had the other one at Rutgers. And it took him a while. I mean, as you can imagine, anytime you have 2, we did not rush him back, and we missed him. We needed him that year. So we got him back, and he was great the last 2 years because, you know, he can come off the bench and score. He can come off the bench and lead. He can come off the bench and bring toughness, and he can come off the bench and be a defender. He can switch ball screens and guard small guys. He can close and contest at the rim and block shots. Just, you know, phenomenally valuable. And the one thing I always say about him is he's not out there making mistakes, you know, plays within himself. But he's got a complete skill set.